Sideline here. I'm your host, Jeff Holden. We're here with Big O, Coach Jay, and Nolan. Thanks for tuning in. You guys, appreciate you coming in. We're going to start with our introductions of our other two from our five-man crew that weren't available in the first episode. So we'll get right to it. First up is Big O.
What's good, everybody? Big O. I go by Coach O, B2K guy, touch, all that good stuff. A little bit about myself. I got here in 2004. I've been here, living here since 2004. I attended and graduated from Midwestern State University. At the time, we were the Indians, but all that stuff changed now.
Sensitive.
But a little bit about me, my enjoyment is children. I enjoy working with kids. I've been working with children since 2007. Been coaching a Little League since 2013. I actually had a travel football team for a little bit, the Panthers. We also participated in the Boys and Girls Club. Now I serve as the director, the Top of Texas director for City View. Been doing this in that capacity for the last year. I also train. My passion is football. I can do a little bit of training with everything, but I really enjoy training the big guys because, to me, the big guys get overlooked and the first to get blamed. And for you that sit in the stand and say, they're not blocking, we'll celebrate them when there's a pancake or something, so that those big guys understand the importance. But I'm excited about what we're doing with this podcast. It's going to be great for this community. It's going to be something that I just think that it's going to push a lot of our young people to greatness. So I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate you being here, man. You've been a pretty big part of what we're trying to start up. And from me to you and from everybody else, we appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we'll go to Coach Jay. A lot of you guys may know him with OWE. Go ahead, bud.
Yeah, my name is Jay Gould, born and raised in Wichita Falls, Texas. Moved to Berg my freshman year in high school, and I really haven't left since, other than a couple stints at college. I played at MSU during a prime time there, went to a couple Elite Eights with them, and ended my basketball career there. Ever since, I've been training kids, started a travel basketball organization about 6-7 years ago, and haven't stopped. My basketball organization has grown to be very, very productive, I guess you can say. I got a lot of players playing all over the 940. That's my passion. I spend every free time that I do have with them.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. That's it?
Yeah, we can talk about ourselves later.
Yeah. Dang. Being as long-winded as you are, and that's it. We appreciate you being here. Like you said, I mean, we kind of came together, all of us, and we all got the same vision in our heads and the same, the same goal. So we appreciate you being here, and we look forward to working together for a long time,
Yes,
all of us.
Yeah.
So since you guys didn't really get a chance to discuss or talk about the rankings that we went over and how we kind of set it up, I just want to give you guys an opportunity now to I guess touch on anything that you thought maybe either we didn't go over, or just, kind of give your 2 cents on what you think the rankings is and how important it is and stuff like that. So I don't know which one of you guys want to go first on that, but.
Well, with the rankings for me, it's I love doing it. Each week is it's hilarious. If everybody would only understand how much back and forth it is amongst us five. It's not something that everybody just agrees on, and that's what makes this group unique, because we all don't think the same. I know one thing that he said, if Big O was here last week, which is true, I do tend to fight for the smaller schools a little bit harder, just because I understand that those sometimes when you're at the smaller schools, you sometimes get the shaft of you're not playing nobody, and to be honest, that could be true. But at the same time, when you're doing what you're supposed to do and handling business, I think you should be awarded for that as well. But the one thing I will say that I think we didn't mention for me with the rankings is I want this to be something that it's not about your individual school. I see a lot of support when it's a kid from your school on there, but when your kid is not on there, there's not a lot of support. And this is about the 940 community as a whole. It's not that we're putting certain kids on there just because we like those kids better or we know those kids, but we want this to be something that exposure can be gained for everybody. And how is exposure gained is by sharing and tagging people, because if you get the buzz going, then it benefits this community as a whole. So one thing I would say, encouraging everybody to make sure you're sharing those, even if your teams are not on there. Make sure that you're going out, you're being supportive, and you're making sure that you're celebrating. This is about celebrating and not to tear the young people down.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Share away. I mean,
Yeah.
the only way to, like you said, to get stuff out there is to, and it doesn't hurt. I mean, it's not hard to click share.
Yeah,
You don't have to type anything up. You just share and hit share.
You're already there.
Like, it's not that hard. One thing I will say about O is he tends to argue, I think, just to argue.
Debating is definitely his profession.
He was supposed to be a professional debater.
Yeah, he was
in
supposed
his
to definitely.
previous life, I guess, because
I was
After
in the
Pancake
movie.
Boss.
he's worse than my wife at times about moving furniture. He's like, move it here, move it here, move it here, move it here. Oh, wait, I think we had it right to begin with, so we'll just leave it back. Put it back where it was.
I think the best part of it is after we get done with the argument is he just laughs and says, "Okay, yeah, I agree."
I think
we just argued for 30 minutes, but now it's okay.
Exactly, yeah. And he's like, how hot can I get Jeff today?
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Which is cool. It's cool, though. And again, we go back to the most important thing is at the end, we do come to an agreement. I mean, like I said, it could be 10:58 a.m. on Sunday morning, and we're trying to get this stuff out at 11. And then we got to push it to Nolan, who's making the graphic for us. And then it's like, oh, man. But, yeah, it is finally agreed upon.
Yeah.
We're doing better. We're doing better.
Yeah, we are. Definitely. Now that,
Knock on
Nolan's
wood.
kind of full-time coming in and helping with stats, and he's giving us good input, too. So,
I try when Big O's not shooting it down.
yeah.
Hey,
He
we
said-
got
he's-
to.
You should see his text message, literally like, no.
Not
It's
buying
like,
it.
yeah,
I'm not buying
not
it.
happening. There's no way, or something, like that. But again, that's kind of how our rankings work. I don't know if you guys have anything else on the
I got a
rankings.
couple things.
Okay.
The one thing to piggyback a little bit on what O was saying about the small schools and stuff like that is it is hard to perform when you're supposed to perform. There's one thing to deal with the pressure and deal with the little added being ranked, or you're supposed to win all the time and stuff like that. That's pressure in itself. And if you are a kid that averages 20, 18, whatever you're averaging, that's still hard to do every night. I know kids, basketball players, as it is, like, you just come into the game knowing you're supposed to win. Sometimes that brings bad habits or a bad shooting night, or you just don't prepare the right way. So to show up every night and average your numbers and win like you're supposed to is a challenge in itself. Like, there's multiple teams on our rankings that one week they have a great week and the next week they just have some really, really bad losses. We're like, what the heck? How are we supposed to rank them now? And that kind of messes our rankings up, because we have high expectations for a team, and then they go lay an egg. And so those ones that are top, the Noconas, the Heralds and stuff like that, they have the pressure of going out and knowing they're supposed to win, or everybody expecting them to win and having to still go perform. Or I'm going to call her Toots all the time. It's hard to. Kylie Marks, to be a freshman and average 18, 20 points, to go out there and do that every night, when that's hard in itself. Like, especially being a basketball player, I always tell my kids, hey, I don't care if your grandma's out there, go expose her. Like, go make sure you go handle your business and go perform. And that's hard. Like, I don't care who you are or who you're playing against. It's hard to perform as a teenager with all the other stuff that you got going on and having to go perform every night.
Yeah, expectations.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And for the people that say we have a little bit of biasness going on, with O being City View guy, with me being a Burt guy, and Jeff being a Burt guy, and Evan being a Ryder guy, like, those things happen. But one thing I need everyone to know, for me to be a Burt guard, I got beyond high expectations for you. So I'm not. If you can ask our cast members. I am hard on any guard, but definitely the Burt guards. I'll be ready to move them down really fast.
Yeah. He said, drop him. He had 3 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I did that.
I was like,
think
what?
I think last week I was critical of Desmond Whiteside, and y'all were like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "It's just one of those things." I think it's truly non-biased. Like we really do sit here, we talk. I mean, we can't help that we're affiliated with those schools, but we do. It's interesting because sometimes I think for Jeff, I mean, he was right off top whenever we started the rankings. He was a William Jordan fan, like it, you know. Me and Jay, we've been knowing Bubs. We call him Bubs. We've been knowing him for forever. So we're a little critical of him. But then Jeff he brought some light to us. He was like, hey, this kid is doing this. You know, even Evan brought it up. He was like, you know, he called him the Jordan kid. That's what he called him, the Jordan kid at City View. You know, it's just one of those things. And then we brought Nolan in, and it's just one of those things where it's been going pretty good though.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I mean, we could talk all day about everything. So one thing that we did drop was the softball rankings. And, again, the ranking system was very similar. And, Nolan, you sent a text that said, hey, man, those softball rankings are about to go off.
It was all over my Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, in this town, it's like softball is huge. I texted the group and I was like, we're about to have a lot of softball dads.
Oh, heck yeah. Especially being for Burke growing up, and they're always good. Like, I think Burke went to state twice or when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So they've been good forever. Never really got into it.
There's a lot of good softball.
Yeah, there's a lot of good softball.
They've been solid.
Made the state tourney in 22 and 21, I believe. So, yeah, they definitely got a good softball and baseball. Whenever I was in high school a few years ago, there was – almost to the state tourney, but regional finals, semifinals, all
making
that.
us feel old.
Some brave souls. Being a softball, baseball parent is different. Staying out in the summer in 110
I'm
degrees.
telling you, man.
You're
I
a brave
coached
soul to be a baseball or softball.
I did a travel softball team, and, man, the first time we played in 100-degree heat in black uniforms, I said, I'm playing basketball.
Let's go
basketball.
to the AC.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Let's get back into one of these field houses.
Yeah, so softball rankings were huge. I mean, they came out, and baseball rankings are coming soon. But and just so everybody knows, we want to do all sports. I mean, we're really big on basketball and football. That's just because that's where we really started. But I mean, we're not going to be able to do all softball, all baseball, all soccer. I mean, not by ourselves. There's no way. Like you said, I mean, we spend hours just amongst ourselves with basketball. So if you are looking, or if you feel like you know one particular sport better than the others, and you feel like you could help out with rankings or having some input on this stuff, just let us know. Reach out to us, because we're always looking for what I call gurus for the different sports and stuff. So
I'm not going to watch too many baseball games.
I watch them, but I just in the last 4 or 5 years really started understanding what was going on. So I like it. It's a sport.
That's like tennis, man. That's
I can
scoring
watch
on
pro tennis though. I can watch pro tennis.
Tennis is fun to watch.
Yeah, I can watch pro
But
tennis.
like I went and did a video of it, and I was like, "What's the score?" And I was sitting by the and I was like, "You got to explain this to me." And it's like 15, 30, 40, Mark 2, Mark 1. It's like, oh my gosh! Like, can I just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Match point. That's all I know.
Yeah, when one guy starts celebrating, they switch sides. I think he won.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. But all right, well, for now, we got our, you guys' little tidbit. We got to meet you guys. I think coming up next is going to be a really nice segment. It's our first segment with our first new guest. You guys know who it is. We all know it's Megyn Meekins. She should be here any minute, and we're excited to do that. So right now we'll go to get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back shortly. The realtor we trust is Kim Roark, given to others with love. Kim was raised in this community and has been selflessly serving for over 20 years. Kim encourages everyone to thrive in their purpose. Kim is part of the Homes for Heroes program, where she gives back a portion of her commissions from each closing to all military, firefighters, law enforcement, healthcare, and educators who use her services. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Kim is the realtor for you. Go check out the website at homesforheroes.com. Since starting from scratch in 2020 by longtime resident of Clay County, Bob Belcher, Duck Creek Disposal has quickly become one of the most trusted waste disposal service and dumpster rental companies serving the 940 community and the surrounding areas. Local to the core, they take immense pride in being a part of the Wichita Falls community. Duck Creek Disposal's deep roots mean that every customer is treated like a neighbor. Their promise is to guarantee the best customer experience in the area, and they live by it. Whether you're a homeowner, contractor, or business, they've tailored their services to suit varied requirements. Bob's hands-on approach and belief in personal connection means that when you call Duck Creek Disposal, you're experiencing a standard of service that Bob himself envisioned. You talk to real people, not a machine. Go give Bob a call at 940-257-5660. Serving the 940 community for 12 years, Allegiance Electric and Controls is the trusted go-to for commercial and industrial electrical solutions. Contact them for reliable, tailored services to keep your operations running smoothly. Please call or visit their website at aecllc.com. All right, we're back. We're back from the break. We have a very special guest here, but before we get to our guest, I want to go over a few things. Last episode, and we'll probably have this little stint every episode because I make a lot of mistakes. There was a couple mistakes that we made, myself. Talking about the Herald head coach, I mentioned that I talked to her. Turns out her name is not Shay, it's Shad, and her is a he. So I talked to him through email, and so when I saw the name Shad, I thought it was Shay, and that just kind of happened that way. So sorry, Shad. You intern actually are a guy. So, and thanks, by the way, for everything that you do. Send me all the information on the Herald Hornets. The next thing that was a mistake was I said something about Holiday being ranked number 1. That was some old article, I think, that I decided. They are number 10. And for the point of this podcast, we're going to be going with the TAGC rankings from now on. Nothing else is going to matter for us. So.
And ours, of course.
Oh, yeah, other than ours. Ours is a little bit more important than TAGC. Quick milestones that I wanted to go over. Jeremy Murphy from Electra. He took over the record in Electra for the most points ever scored in a career. Huh? Jeremiah. What did I say? Jeremy. It was short for Jeremiah.
Another correction for next week.
For next week's correction list. Okay, so Jeremiah Murphy, the big man over there, senior, broke the record 1,592 points. So that's pretty awesome. Braden Barron from Windthorst hit 1,000 points. Hagen Anderson from Seymour hit 1,000 points. That's pretty impressive, right?
Very
I mean,
easy.
I think my high school career I scored probably 64 points, maybe.
I had 0.
I don't know how many I scored.
Probably not that much.
A lot.
2 state bound, 2
second in
state
wins.
trips.
Just one. Second in wins, though, ever. That's what I count, the wins.
How's bragging camp going?
You started it.
I'm just kidding. All right, so now the moment we've all been waiting for. We have a special guest here. Her name is Megyn Meekins. She's a junior guard out of Nocona, Texas. She has quite the list of accolades. Her freshman year, she's 3A District MVP, TGCA All-State selection, TABC All-Region, and a Red River 22 selection. Sophomore year, 2A District MVP, TABC All-State selection, TABC All-Region, TGCA All-State. I said that's TABC All-State and TGCA All-State. Okay, Red River 22 selection. And she also qualified for the track mile relay, right? Okay. Junior year, so far, she has been the tournament MVP of the Decatur tournament, and I'm sure she's going to get reselected for a lot of these awards, but also approaching 2K mark. That's pretty impressive as well. That's not it, though. She's quite the volleyball player as well. In volleyball, as a freshman, she was 3A first team. Sophomore, she was 2A first team. Junior, 2A co-setter of the year, and TGCA All-State. Just inducted into the National Honor Society, participates in PAL's mentoring program, coaches a 5th grade or 6th grade basketball team, and currently holds offers from OBU and LCU. That's pretty impressive. Quite the resume. Ms. Megyn Meekins.
Thank you.
We're very happy that you're here. Again, thanks for coming. Mom, thanks for allowing her to come. You're the first guest, and we were all secretly wanting you to be the first guest. I don't know how many. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of Nocona voted, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we wanted you to be the first guest, and you're here, and we're excited.
I appreciate it.
Do you want to just kind of introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a 17-year-old junior that goes to Nocona High School. I have 3 siblings: Emma, which is a coach at Nocona now, a brother that attends MSU, and a younger sister that's in 8th grade. My parents are Lance and Brandy Meekins. I mean, I don't know what else. I'm active in church, Catholic church.
Very cool. Very cool.
Any other siblings play?
My brother he took it, but he ended up not staying there long. But he had where was it, Kansas? Ottawa, Kansas?
For basketball?
Yes,
You beat them in 1-on-1?
for sure.
So definitely a basketball family, which, it's basketball season. We all love basketball. So that's pretty awesome. So I'll start with the questions, and we'll just kind of go around the room, and you just, answer them how you see fit. And we know that you're a very humble person, so we're gonna not try to make yourself sound super cool. But we already think you're super cool, just so you know.
Thanks.
First question is, do you remember back to what made you fall in love with basketball?
Going to support my brother and sisters, like just going into the gym and like looking and seeing all these crowds and like thinking like, how is it going to be when I'm out there? And like just going into the gym, shooting with my siblings. It's just, I wanted to be in their shoes, and right now I am.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty awesome feeling. I mean, you guys have quite a few fans that turn out. I've been to a couple of your games. But yeah, so you feel like you got pretty good support there in Nocona?
Yes.
You have no like vision to come to Burke Burnett your senior year? Oh, sorry.
Recruiting
I'm just
pitch
kidding.
from
Sorry.
Jeff.
My bad. Okay, sorry. Let's get back on it. All right. So who is or was your favorite player, or who did you look up to the most growing up?
It was Luca, but now I've been watching Caitlin Clark.
Mm-hmm.
And why I watch her, because I think I played just like her, and just watching her, and like I want to be in her shoes one day, and just watching her, I don't know, do her game. Maybe one day I can be me.
Yeah.
Look, I need to see some logo threes. Weird coach get mad at you?
No?
Pull up. All right, so Luca is my favorite player as well. Well, Dirk was, now it's Luca. So we got some things in common there. Caitlin Clark is amazing. She's awesome. Man, the numbers she's putting up, the stats, I mean, it's crazy. And I know that you're a very selfish basketball player. Like you seem to be prideful whenever you get your teammates involved.
Selfless.
Selfless.
Yeah, you said selfish.
Terrible at this.
I got you, Jeff.
Sorry,
I got
thank you. Our stat corrector here, Jay. But yeah, it's pretty cool how I look at I get your numbers after all your games, and you always have a lot of assists. So a lot of people don't think that, a lot of people don't know that when you get an assist, it's really almost like a 1 out of 3. So if you end up with 9 assists, you're really passing the ball to a shooter like 27 times. So, I mean, that's good, knowing that you could go and score anytime you wanted to. So I think that's a huge thing to be an assist type player, which I think once you become an assist type player, everything else kind of falls in line. But that's just my opinion. I mean, who am I? I don't know. So Jay, you want to get a couple of your questions out of the way for her.
Yes, sir. My first one is, what does being a small town athlete mean to you?
Being a Lady Indians means everything. Just the support that we have from our community, our school, especially my family. Just everyone can be there at the same time, and just it's phenomenal to go out and play for the town.
Especially being from Burkburnett, I definitely feel the same from that. That was one thing that made my high school career, and it opened my eyes and made playing for those small towns mean something because everybody's there.
Yes.
Everybody comes out to see you play. My next question was, I'm going to try to reword it a little bit, but kind of to piggyback on the small town stuff, do you think you could play at the Duncanvilles, at the 6A schools and stuff like that?
I mean, I enjoy playing for Nocona, and I see Nocona as one of the top teams in Texas. So I'm just.
I like that.
That's a very good answer.
Very great.
I think what he's trying to say is, do you think you're on the same talent level and could be a starter, say, in Glen Rose or, one of those big schools like that? I mean, are you confident enough in your game that you feel like
it translates?
Yes.
I wanted to add one, Jeff, just real quick, just because I peeped out her pandas right here.
I do have shoe game.
Yeah, I like where this is going.
I should have worn my pants.
My question is, give me your favorite hoop shoe.
Right now, I have the Currys, and I just like the support that they have.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's what you're wearing is Currys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My travel basketball organization is on the Under Armour circuit, so we all got Currys last year, and so those things are grippy, like almost too grippy sometimes. Like my old self almost tears a knee out there when I'm running around a little bit because they are really, really grippy.
Yeah. So I had the most questions, so you're going to come back to me. Sorry. One thing, talking about assists and sharing the ball, is you've got a pretty darn good teammate in Skylar Smith. She's already committed and signed to play at the next level. What can you tell us about how important Skylar Smith is to you and to your team?
Me and Skylar have been playing for a while. I think we started in second grade, and we know each other. We know how we play with each other. I mean, if one of us is having a bad game, we know how to do it for each other. And what Skylar does to our team makes us successful and just like we are right now.
Yeah, I've noticed, it's you or her. I mean, not to take away from your other teammates, but like you said, if one of y'all are having an off game, it seems like the other one's in the 30 range. I mean, both of you, two players that can score 25-plus points a night is pretty remarkable. And then you got that other girl, AC, I think her name. Who? Avery. Sorry, I only know her by AC because that's what I get from the coaches.
Jeff and names.
I'll get better over the years, maybe. But she's the one that can shoot the 3 ball, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I went to y'all's Decatur game. She made like 5 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
So, holy, man, that's amazing.
It's raining 3.
I couldn't even do that in NBA 2K.
You're not very good, though.
I don't play it. All right, so Big O, let's get a couple of your questions down here for Megyn.
Well, of course, the first question, since my name is Big O, what's your favorite pregame meal?
Pregame meal?
Like, what's something that you feel like if you ate either the night before or before the game, like, you're going to have a good game?
Well, I usually drink a Celsius before the game, but my parents not supposed to know that one. But
What is that, like an energy drink or something?
Celsius? It's better
Sorry.
than an energy drink,
Oh.
I would say.
A
Not as
plug.
bad.
You want to look in the camera and see if Celsius hires you?
Tell her hit you up. Tell him hit you up.
Well, that's cool.
NIL deal.
So like for me, whenever I was playing football, I always ate at this one place called Golden Brown Chicken in Everman. And I know you're in Nocona, so there's a place in Nocona. It's a Mexican food place that it's like a must eat. Do you eat there?
Trace?
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. So So those are places that I think like before games, before big games, those are things that, you know, you go with your teammates and go do those type of things to kind of relax. Do you have is that like a ritual or something that you and your teammates do?
Yeah, we usually have a team lunch. We have a shoot around in the morning, and then we'll have a team lunch after that.
Okay. So then my next question that I would have for you would be, what are your plans for the next 5 years? What's your 5-year goals? Like, what's your plan in the next 5 years?
To finish out my junior and senior year as strong as I can, and then further my education and also playing the sport I love.
Okay. Before I get to my next question, I've kind of noticed you mention family a lot. That's a big thing. I can tell that your family means a lot to you. You're passionate about your family, which is good. I mean, it seems like you have good roots from your parents and your siblings. So, just a segue before my next question, what's a question in itself? What about your parents inspired your drive?
Their support and how they want it for me. And I mean, I'm not the only one that wants it for me. It's my parents that I come home and they push me each and every day to do better. And then they constantly help me to get better.
Okay. And I think the reason I bring that up, because it'll be some stuff that we talk about later on, and we just appreciate you bringing that up, is the importance of parents, especially with young athletes, understanding the importance. Because, like you said, if it wasn't for your parents being supportive, being there, it would make it that much harder to be as successful as you are, which is a good thing. I love that you're family oriented. My last thing is what's your favorite thing to do outside of sports?
Definitely hang out with family and friends. Just when I can be with friends, to enjoy it while I have it.
Do you game? You play any games?
I do not.
TikToker?
I'm a TikToker.
Okay.
Who isn't these days? Who isn't?
Do we have you on TikTok?
I think so.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, do we have anything else right now? I mean,
I just wanted to, one brief thing. Being a girl dad, I think it means a lot for young ladies around this area to see successful people, the Bristows of the world, the Megyns of the world now, and how much they inspire. I have my oldest daughter right now. She's playing on the Under Armour circuit this summer, and I showed her your Instagram. I showed her your videos that Jeff made. And just, I want you to know that even though you are very humble and all that you are someone to look up to, and you are someone that is doing a great job at inspiring the youth and being a good example of that little girls and all the younger girls that's younger than you coming up after you. You're doing a great job at that, because my daughter was inspired by looking at those videos and just seeing girls that are devoted to the game, that are passionate about the game and playing the right way and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, even though you probably never met me or saw me in your life, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Oh, don't forget
Very
about
well said.
the pregame question we forgot about. Why did you choose the number 0?
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh, so coming in my freshman year, there was a senior that I originally had 10. My sister always had 10 and through middle school and high school. And then when I got to high school, there was a senior that wore 10. And the coach was like, hey, like, you little freshman, what number do you want? And I said 0. And then ever since, it's just been 0. And now my little sister wears 0.
That's cool. Do you coach your sister's team? Is that the team you coach, or
You know.
oh, you just coach a random team?
hmm
How's that team doing?
We're okay. We're learning.
Learning?
Yep.
Good answer.
That's the
It's-
best. Man, that's a good answer.
As we all coach the youth in here, what is it hard to kind of pull back, like to being a good athlete? All good athletes can't coach. That's one thing that I've always told people. Being able to play the game is one thing, but being able to teach the game is a whole different world. So do you catch yourself like getting a little bit like you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like getting a little bit too far into those 5th grade girls games and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you have any interest in coaching?
I've thought about it.
Well, I mean, not sure that we have anything else with this round of questions. We're going to take another commercial break and then give you a little time to breathe, and we're going to have to switch out some people, and then we'll give you some more questions. All right? Ooh. To the commercial break, word from our sponsor. For all your paving and concrete needs, we trust Freeman Paving, LLC. Located in Vernon, Texas, Freeman Paving is our recommended business for concrete, paving, and dirt work. They have over 20 years of experience working right here in our community. Next time you need any concrete work, give them a call, 940-552-9496. If you're looking to treat yourself to a delicious dessert, then Yogurt Journey is the place to be. Yogurt Journey offers 12 delicious flavors of frozen yogurt with over 60 topping options. If you want something warm instead, stop by to enjoy an amazing funnel cake, fried Oreos, fried brownies, or fried candy. Yogurt Journey also offers frozen yogurt rolls, waffle frozen yogurt rolls, and smoothies. If you need a cake for your next celebration, Yojo provides custom frozen yogurt cakes. Yogurt Journey is located on Kemp Street across from Barwise Middle School and is open daily from 12 to 9 p.m. For all your roofing-related needs, we choose Assured Roofing and Construction. At Assured Roofing and Construction, their hard work is based off honesty, loyalty, and integrity, ensuring that every customer gets what they deserve and is happy and stress-free throughout the entire process. When any storm damage occurs to your roof, gutters, fencing, or siding, Assured will have you covered and help you from the initial free inspection to filing your claim, meeting with adjusters, and getting your damaged property fixed properly. Give AJ a call at 940-782-1194. All right, we're back. Another break. We have two new co-hosts on the show. We got Evan and Nolan. We got another round of questions for our guest, Megyn Meekins. We'll get right to it. Nolan, I think you got the first question.
Yep.
See what you got.
Yeah, so my first question is kind of my first one, or it's my first question because it's one of my favorite ones. It's kind of a two-parter. It's a humbling question, but what do you believe is one of your weaknesses, and how are you working to improve on it?
It's definitely taking some tough shots. You know, like I want to score, so I try to score, and sometimes I find myself taking tough shots. So I'm just working on the flow of the game and just letting the shots come to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely. I hear it kind of hear something all the time in baseball games. People shouting short memory. You just kind of got to let it go and move on to the next play, So,
next play mentality. Right?
Yep, absolutely. So, am I next, or are we moving on to
we'll let Evan, but I just want to say real quick, when you're in the flow of the game and you feel like you're rushing some shots or forcing some shots, how do you do you just switch back to, hey, let me just pass the ball over and see the ball go through for somebody else, or are you trying to get another shot to go in, or walk us through, or what's going on in your mind to kind of help you with that?
I really don't know. Just like if I have a shot, like I'll take it, but like if I see another player open, I'll let them shoot it, and then just hopefully I'll get my rhythm back and then take the shot again.
Yeah, and do you get frustrated on the court?
Yes.
Because I played against you, or I coached against you, and then I've seen you for now a couple games, and I haven't seen it. So I guess it helps when you're winning to not get frustrated very much. But yeah. I really hope I get to see y'all play in the playoffs. So if your coach can schedule games for like Sunday evenings or something, we'll make the trip. Now go ahead, Evan.
All right, so we're all athletes here. Question to you: you hear all the time how great you are, how good of a performance you had. So the question I had is, describe your worst sports performance, and it can be volleyball or basketball, multi-sport athlete, and what did you learn from that experience?
Definitely in the playoff run. You're playing the best teams, and just you never want to have that feeling when it finally comes. Just so never take a game for granted, because you never know when it will stop and when it will keep going.
For sure. Being in the playoffs, you got to bring it each and every game, and so sometimes it's just in your night at times, and the best players, I believe, they pick up and they learn from their mistakes, and especially in the playoffs, once you get knocked out, because there's only one winner at the end of the year, that you come back and especially a player of your caliber, you got to retool and work on your game, work on your craft a little more because you know they'll be gunning for you again next year, and you got to do what's best to keep your team on top.
Yeah, to touch on that, and I'm just trying to do like filler, you know, to kind of build off other people's questions. But have you thought ahead? And there is a correct way to answer this, but have you thought ahead to next season whenever you lose, you know, some important pieces to your role, and then you have to have probably the whole thing on your shoulders?
I haven't really thought about it. Just how, I don't know, just take game by day and just see what takes us next.
Yeah, that's a good answer. We'll speak again about that. Go ahead, Nolan.
Yep. So, my next question goes in. This might be a little goofy, maybe, but
No, this is a good question.
it's good. Well, my kind of background to it. So for me, back whenever I played football senior year, one of my things I did before games is I took a shower. It just kind of got me away from everybody, helped me relax and everything. So I kind of want to know for you, do you have like a pregame routine or anything you specifically do pregame?
I mean, nothing so important. Just I try to show up to the game so I can get like in like the mood for being in the game and just my head right.
Mm-hmm. Do you have like a favorite pregame song you listen to at all?
I do not.
No, nothing.
Skylar has aux.
Oh, what does she play?
Depends on the day. Sometimes it's Drake. Sometimes it's some hip hop. Coach Brown also has aux sometimes. That's country.
All over
Good
the
for him.
place.
Yeah. So, do you have a workout routine that you go to before the game? I mean, like, tell me this: when you first go in and you're starting to practice, are you jacking up threes, or what's your beginning process to your workout?
I definitely start on the mid range and then eventually work my way backwards. And then after pregame, I usually shoot some free throws.
Okay. You know, a lot of people say, hey, you need to start with form shooting, or you need to do this or do that, but everybody's got their own, you know, approach to what works best for them. I mean, clearly, whatever you're doing is working, so keep it up.
So my next question for you is, what's the best piece of advice you gained from your coaches, or maybe even an opposition coach?
Definitely to not take anything for granted and that you only get this opportunity once.
Oh, that's for sure. I think athletes or young athletes tend to believe that, you know, it's always it'll be my turn soon, but you never know whether it's injury or something that could derail you, and you can't take anything for granted. So that's a great answer by you.
Very humble answer.
So my next to last question is, how would your coaches and teammates describe you? So if I was to ask them, who is Megyn Meekins, what would they tell me?
Definitely a leader on and off the court. You know, I'm always looking out for my teammates. I mean, I'll do anything for my teammates, and especially I'll do anything for Coach Spitzer, and he would do the same for me.
Are you the goofy one? Or are you the one are you the leader that gets everybody in order? Or do you play both sides of it?
Both sides.
Both sides. All right, good deal.
Very cool. Nolan?
Mm-hmm. Last question.
Yes, sir.
All right. So for me, one of my favorite things I've done since I've started my page is traveling around, seeing all the different environments, student sections, stuff like that. Speaking of traveling around, I'll be in Bowie tomorrow night. See Bowie and Jacksboro.
Oh, the announcement was made. Okay.
Yes.
We missed the 5 p.m. announcement.
Yeah.
Bowie and
Drum roll.
Jacksboro?
Bowie and Jacksboro. First
right.
time seeing them. I'm not looking ahead. There might be a game next week where I see y'all. I need to see that boys team too. Shout out to the Nocona boys.
Yeah, they're playing good.
14th in state,
What city
undefeated
in
in history.
Nocona right now is on fire?
Both
Uh-huh.
Noconas. I mean, they're leading the district, both of them.
Mm-hmm. I think the
Job
only
well
local
done.
team that might be doing that right now. So, but my question is, what is the toughest place or environment you've had to play in on the road in your career?
Just I take every game as if it was a battle, and you know, going into a game, it's going to be a battle no matter what. So just every game, I try to do my best, or I do my best.
You block out the crowd. You try to block out all that stuff.
Yes.
Does it work? Does the crowd ever get
Block
to you?
out her.
Blocks out mom.
Oh,
You
Mom.
heard it. I think everybody does that. My daughter, who plays on Burke, she literally right in the middle of the game. If we say anything, she'll right in the middle of the game. Don't say that.
Oh yeah, mine too. I sit,
Right out,
I
straight
sit
to the bench.
courtside so she can hear me.
Straight to the bench. Coach takes her out right. I'm like, just ignore and just shake your head or something. Like, my gosh. So, all right. Well, the next question for me is, we all know that you've been playing competitive basketball. How long have you been playing competitive, like AAU basketball?
Since 6th grade, I think.
6th grade?
6th grade.
Okay, yeah, we talked a little bit about that in the break. But last year you played with, I'm not even going to lie. I know who it is, but I forgot the name. Who'd you
Lone
play
Star.
with? Lone Star? How was that?
It was good.
Good?
Yes.
And then this year, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you've talked to Lone Star. What's
I'm
your
back with
plan?
Lone Star.
You are?
Yes.
You are back with Lone Star. Okay. I saw the Twitter post, and I talked to you about that,
Mhm.
and I wasn't sure because there was a little bit of possibility you was going to play with somebody else or something, but you decided to come back with Lone Star. Very cool. Very cool. They make you feel at home,
Yes.
and you got some good teammates on there. I mean, what's y'all's schedule like?
It's tough. I mean,
Do you guys, I mean, you're not playing in April, are you? You're not playing in the open weekends or
I don't think so.
no?
I think it's after all of our basketball.
And then, sorry. Are you guys playing on any shoe circuits or what do y'all, what's the plan? I mean, is there plans for a shoe circuit?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Well, I mean, part of what we want to do is we want to make sure that being from, this area that we're doing whatever we can to help you and to help your parents. I mean, we're not going to take you straight to college, drop you off, but if there's anything we can do, we want to be able to help. So yeah, we'll be in talks about that, but we want to keep up with you during that time frame and all that good stuff. So, yeah, we'll keep up with you through that. Make sure that you're doing well. Do you think that playing AAU, I mean, obviously it's helped you. You're above most girls in this area, and there's a reason why you're the number one ranked on our rankings and have been. I don't see you falling unless you have some bad games. You never know. But how much has AAU basketball helped you?
It's helped me a ton, especially the coaches that I've played for. I mean, they'll do anything to get our name out there and get coaches to come watch.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And you would agree that AAU is important
Yes.
for your growth for those that want to go to the next level in certain sports. I mean, for example, soccer. I mean, a lot of soccer kids, they don't even play high school soccer anymore. They just play in their little AAU soccer teams, and that's how they get seen, and that's how they go to college and play soccer. So AAU world, we're going to touch on that, but it is definitely something that for those athletes that know when they're young that they want to play at the next level, that they need to seek that. And it's not, I mean, yeah, you can pay the money and go be on a team, but you got to put the work in. How many hours in the summer do you think you worked on your game?
I can't remember. A
A
lot.
lot?
Yes. Every
In the gym?
opportunity, I'll take it.
Yeah. In the gym always, shooting, running, doing whatever you can. The last question I have for you is, what would you say to the younger kids in junior high or high school that want to be able to do what you're doing? They want to be at the top of our list, or, just in a position where as a junior you're getting offers to college to play basketball. I mean, what would you say to those kids?
You definitely have to be dedicated. I mean, you got to want it for yourself. No one can want it for you. And that just leads to hard work and how hard you want it and how bad you want to go get it. And if you want it, you got to go get it.
Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
I got one off the
Can't
wall
say any-
question.
Can't say any better
So-
than that.
You're
Go ahead.
the second youngest, correct? So I have 4 kids as well, and we were kind of talking about it. Is little sister going to be the best of the 4?
People say she is.
Okay.
We'll see. see.
You gonna make it hard for her, aren't you?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that is something that you notice with families. It's usually the younger siblings that get the best. You know, they grow up and because they're taken to basketball practice and they're running around with a ball and they're
And you said she's in 8th grade next year, or she's in 8th grade.
She's in
this?
8th grade right now.
2
Oh, so
weekends on the floor. Golly,
is she gonna be varsity next year?
I'm
She has a
sure y'all
chance.
y'all.
You gonna
district
tell
coaches
Coach
are-
no? Say
No, I want her up there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool for mom and dad, right? Get to watch both of them play.
I'm sure y'all district coaches are like, gosh, dang, another one. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I coached against you in one of those Nocona tournaments, and we were fine and dandy through the first half, and then you came out the second half and it was like the Megyn Meekins show, and I was like, oh my gosh, where did this come from? Because you were sharing the ball. I mean, you were the whole first half. I mean, you did well the first half, but the second half was just like it was us against you, and you beat us. So at that moment, I was like, this girl's special.
It's gonna be
She's
a
got
long
what
night.
it takes. Yeah. So, we got any more? Or anything else?
No,
Man,
and
not for me.
I just want to say, and we've echoed it, and I'm also a girl dad, so we appreciate you. Well, thank you to the town of Nocona and everybody else who knows you for voting you on. This is really special, and thank you for being a part of On the Sideline. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all for having me.
So, yeah, we couldn't have said it better. Thanks, Evan. And the first guest is hopefully all of Nocona's watching. Did you tell your friends to vote for you? Did you see the vote? Did you see the poll
Yes. I
between
did.
you and Keaton? And you're like, hey, y'all vote for me.
Mostly everyone voted.
The whole town just stopped what they were doing.
But were you like in the middle? I
in
just
school.
visioned, like, because if it was me, I'd have been like, standing up in the middle of class and be like, hey, everybody take your phone out right now and let's vote for me. Okay? Did you do that at all?
No.
No. Okay, too humble.
Superintendent had
one
an
more thing.
announcement
Sorry,
to make.
on the humbleness, and we all again we've echoed this all the whole podcast about you being humble, but I think coming from someone who I think knows, I don't know your potential, but I know of your potential, if that makes sense. At some point, you may have to come out of humbleness in order to completely dominate. I hope you know that. And you don't have to stop being a humble person, but on the court, it may have to be, like I told them last week, I said, in that game I coached against you, I saw a different level, Megyn. And I don't know if you have that another level or if it comes out very often because y'all dominate pretty much everybody you play. But if one advice I could give you would be, at some point, you have to dominate and you have to, like I said, you're winning all these games, so you don't really have to do that. But in the playoffs this year, I would challenge you to take that next step and to turn that next level on because people are watching. You're a junior. I know you have aspirations to go to a D1 college, and you have to really start, putting yourself out there as much as you can. And we're here to help. If I have an opportunity to go get some video of you, I'm going to do it. So we want you to know that we're here to help. Mom, if you guys need anything from us, we're here to help. And we're a huge fan. We thank you for being on the show. And yeah, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thanks for being our first guest.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're going to have an all-star game. We want you to come play.
All-Star game?
So you'll get an invite. Hopefully it doesn't coincide with any of your AAU basketball, but it would be cool. Huh?
June is usually a slow month for high school.
It is the second weekend. It's like June 8th or 9th or something. 8th. So, yeah. Anything else? You good?
There we go.
Hey,
Got us a jersey, number
we
0.
on.
Coach Spitzer wanted to say
Very
Thank
cool.
you, Coach Spitzer, for the uniform. First one.
Yeah, we're gonna try it out. Did you sign it?
Yeah, we got to get that
We
SIG
got to get that signed.
just in case.
She's a Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that'll be her NIL deal right there.
Yeah, we should have
And
something.
Celsius.
And Celsius, yeah.